Now, when we're talking about accountability, we need to ensure that there's a trusted path. And what a trusted path means is that nobody can actually carry out like a man-in-the-middle attack. Somebody cannot hijack a connection. So, for example, let's say that I'm communicating to a server, I'm accessing files, I'm carrying out operations, and if somebody's actually able to get in between myself and the server, that would be a man-in-the-middle attack, and they would spoof my address or act as though they're me and then carry out activities, it would seem as though I could be doing bad things because I initiated the connection, and this person, this hacker, is using my ID. Now, if somebody came and questioned, why did you do this? Why did you steal this information? What would happen is, if it went to court, you would have to prove that the company actually provided a trusted path, meaning that nobody could have got in there, which would mean that only I would actually be able to carry out that activity. So a trusted path means that there is no way for some type of man in the middle or somebody to be able to take over that session. Now, this I'm talking about like communication between a workstation and a server. Within an operating system, we will actually get into operating systems, how they're built, and talk about processes and such. But there needs to be a trusted path between the user and the security kernel. So when you actually, let's say in a Windows system, you do Control-Alt-Delete and you're going to put in your username and password. Now, if I'm an attacker, I can create a page that looks just like your login page. So you put in your username and password, so my software has grabbed your credentials and then it closes out. And then the real login screen comes up, and you think you just put your password in incorrectly. You type it back in, and then you get into your system. That's an example of there's not a trusted path between the user and the security kernel. And where this really comes into play is when systems have to be used in very secure environments. When we talk about the Orange Book and the common criteria, we're going to look at how systems are tested and what types of flaws can be allowed or not allowed. When you need a more secure system, then you can't have paths like these that could be interrupted. A Windows path or a Windows system or something that doesn't provide as much protection, there are capabilities for this to take place.